recipe with a lot of ingredients, man. It's not. In a lot of ways, it has nothing to do with the records you make or even the crew you run with or where you from. It has to do with you, the individual, as a man, getting out there in the world and making the right connections, the right friendships and stuff. And when I move around, man, I never had to move around. When I got to Detroit or Chicago, I never had to go and like try to be safe or anything. I just called the bosses. I called the big guys. I'm like, where we at? Pull up, man. I'm over here. Blah blah blah. And we moving around through the city anywhere we want to go. Want to go to the soul food joint in the hood? You want to pull up to the homeboy over here and buy a little bag of weed? Whatever you want, you good out here, and you with the right people. So that is a formula that has a lot to do with a rapper like me and you. Bust rhymes, E40 cats that don't go away. It has a lot to do with how we survive this game. Is how you navigate through real motherfuckers.
Shout out, you said 40. We're gonna get to that. 40's my brother, and where me and 40 became tight. The OG Muggs, Inglewood family.
That's my guy.
Shout out to my brother Muggs. We done been in Inglewood with Muggs in the middle of the hood, and that's what we mean by we got family everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we connect. So you and 40, you the big homie. You and 40 done made albums together, right? Collaboration albums.
Yeah, we did a double album about 8 years ago. We did a lot of songs, man. I don't even know how many. We got dozens of songs together, dozens of collabos together.
And so now we got a Verzuz with you two. This I'll admit, this is a true, because they be running that bullshit about this is a celebration of music, but it's a battle. But this was the celebration of music. It's straight Bay Area. It's two living legends that have hit records in every decade.
Yeah.
You guys got hits in every fucking decade, and your friends and brothers.
No doubt.
What's that like? This is a celebration.
I mean, to give you I know but I'm saying it's the same thing as if you in the studio time and time again, you getting on these records, you and Pun collabing, and this motherfucker Pun is a savage on the mic. So every time you we doing another one, you thinking in your mind, you like, God damn, I gotta like you gotta bring your A game. And that's how I am with 40. Like, he brings out the best in me, and at the same time, you sitting there, we about to put a verse on the same song. Like, this nigga is gonna try to outdo me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's about to slap me all around, and you just gotta come with it. So it goes even deeper that with me and 40. We go to the point where we work on albums, like, separately. Like, he's working on an album, and his shit's about to drop. And he hit me on the phone. He like, man, you want to hear this shit? And he started playing it for me. And it's like, bam, bam, bam. And at the same time, I'm in the studio working on some new shit. And I'm like, I call my people like, bro, we got to go back and touch these
we got to step this shit up.
Yeah, so that kept me going, man. I hit him back about 3 months later and say, ooh, that new album you got is dope, bro. But check this out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we get down, man. I'll call 40 early in the morning and go, with the day his album come out, and go, man, if you don't drop such and such song as a single, you crazy.
Yeah, that's
how we get down.
Man. That's true love and loyalty. That's true love and loyalty. So you being in the game since 82, like, who are some of the guys that influenced you back then?
Rapper-wise, I'm going to tell you where I got my Too Short from. Spoonie G. Wow. I got the playerism, because Spoonie G always had the ladies, you know what I'm saying? In his rhymes, he always rapped about his player escapades, and just the Spoonie G had that flow. Remember that just effortless flow? It wasn't really, he didn't have to try. He wasn't he wasn't doing that. He
was just smooth.
So then you got Super Rhymes, Jimmy Spicer.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Super Rhymes, he didn't give a fuck about the hook. He just started rapping and never stopped.
Yo,
so I'm like,
yeah, those are some names right there.
And then you got, of course, Melly Mel with The Message that changed the whole fabric of how I rap, what I rap about. The Message was the first time I saw the light as a songwriter, and I knew what I should be writing. I should now, when I heard The Message, I instantly, the first time I heard it, not after multiple listenings, The first time I heard it, I said, "Oh shit, I gotta tell the story of Oakland," because that broken glass everywhere.
Everywhere. People,
Soon as he said that,
they just don't care.
I'm in Times Square. I'm picturing New York. I see the broken glass. I see the grimy New York of that 80s, early 80s New York, where they said you better not walk. You better not have a $2 bill sticking out your pocket walking down the street.
Yo,
You
let
know
me
what I'm
tell
saying?
you, Melly Mel, to me, in that era, was the best rapper. Um, in that era, uh, I know I'm gonna say what's up to Grandmaster Caz, because he's a lot of people's favorite from the Cold
Mm-hmm.
Crush. How was you guys getting the music over there? Like, cause you talking about real nigga shit, Spoonie
Okay.
G,
Okay. So
Superman, like that. They wasn't like on the radio.
I'm in Oakland, California. Now, Oakland, as what Oakland is in the San Francisco Bay Area. Oakland is a little city of only like under 500,000 population, but the Bay Area is millions. The Bay Area might be 7 million or something. So it's a big area. And we've always been on the top of the list, you know, top 5, top 7 of consumers of everything in America, hip hop included.
Always.
So the Bay Area is a big market for anybody. And early hip hop, those early labels, they came to the Bay, and it was they made sure those records were there. And it was people like me. And you go back to all the old school hip hop heads from the Bay. I was in that record store every Tuesday buying whatever came out. I'm gonna tell you, you remember Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, R.I.P. Andre Harrell, and they had the Genius rap. They did their version of Genius of Love.
They sent
Genius,
Khaled. I'm in Khaled's house. They just sent Khaled this Andre Harrell shirt.
man, that's one of my heroes right there, man. My
And
hip hop heroes.
go
He
ahead,
gave me
keep it. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
so they dropped Genius rap. I'm in the record store on Tuesday. Now Genius rap is a flip. It's a remake of Genius of Love, Tom Tom Club, and also Grandmaster Flash had a version. It's nasty. You know what I'm saying? So that beat was popular, but when Genius of Love came
What
out,
the Black Master Hyde? Happy birthday!
but I know I'm talking about that sample though. Everybody who sampled Genius of Love, Tom Tom Club, that was going around back then. There was a lot of versions. Even Steve, what's the name of the comedian did the Ronald Reagan version. That beat was popular, but
Very
Genius,
big.
the Genius rap, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde was the best instrumental. The day that record came out in Oakland, I was in the record store. It's probably 1982. I bought that record, and me and my rap partner Freddie B, we flipped it over to the B side, and we made a homemade tape on the B side. When we put that out, we got our version on the streets before the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde version got out. Like we
Also,
did that.
you was original bootleggers. Like, yeah.
I was jacking B sides, man, and selling tapes in the street to like my clientele was all the D boys, all the dope dealers, and I'm just saying, bro, that's what we did. Like even like songs like Planet Rock, man. As soon as that motherfucker hit the street, we was on it. So I'm young hip hop, man. Early '80s, all that, like you was just humming that Grandmaster Flash tune. When Freedom came out, Grandmaster Flash, we was on it, man. Everything when the sequence came out, we was on it. Davey DMX on it. Everything.
Baby DMX, that shit.
You are the best, man.
You
Come
are
on,
the
man.
best. Cut this beat because it is so fresh.
I was there, bro. The only thing we missed on the West Coast, we missed that Bronx, that Busy Bee, that Grandmaster Caz, everything that happened before Rappers Delight, before Sugar Hill, before Curtis
Also,
Blow
you missed the
made records.
version before they was vinyl. When
And
it
we
was
got,
Busy Bee, it was the Kumo D Busy Bee battle, the Cold Crush.
but let me tell you another version. But y'all gave us a cold gem. You gave us Wild Style the movie. Wild Style the movie played in one theater in Oakland. It was off of Park Avenue or something. One theater. They only had one screen. And somebody told me, they was like, man, they got a movie about rap. We went there and saw Wild Style. Like, I mean, I felt like I experienced the 70s hip hop in New York through that movie. I got a little taste.
Now, Wild Style, Beat Street, Wild Style. They made Beat Street in my neighborhood. And Wild Style too.
But Wild
But
Style is special. Wild Style is special.
Wild Style was
It's
special.
special, yeah.
You making me want to go see that shit tonight. Man, I gotta go check that shit out. That shit was like, And with me, you know, I grew up there, like at there. Though. So
You
you
from the
know,
soil. That's what we say. You from the
this,
soil.
I'm from the soil for real. So what I was telling some people earlier that was asking me, I'm like, look, you could be from the west side, the north side, you could be from here, you could here. I was born in the Mecca. So meaning like when you Muslim, they go to Saudi Arabia and walk around that thing. Fortunately for me, I was born, you know, Melly Mel and Grandmaster Flash, they used to play pickup basketball games in the park in front of me. Ruby D, first Latino rapper, used to play
Yeah.
softball in front of me. I knew Mr. Ness when I was a kid, 5 years old. I Little Rodney C, Shy Rock, just that. All that was in my hood, though. Was one of
Yeah,
my
I love that Funky 4+1, man. I love that.
Woo! Funky 4+1 more. And it was like, and you know, when I met Shy Rock, I met her a few years ago. They had what you call that shit VH1 was doing, the
Hip
hip
hop
hop
honors.
honors,
Yeah.
and they honored her. So
Oh.
so Rock moved out of New York, right? When she moved out. She quit rap, she went. But when I met her at this hotel, and I just was like, my body got numb. I caught goosebumps. I just was like, because her voice, you know, at that time it wasn't videos. So
Man.
her voice was so amazing. And to love her, growing up loving hip hop so much, when I finally met her, I had no choice but to be like I couldn't handle it. Like it,
I
I
still
was
listen.
so humbled.
I played that very recently. Very recently, I was listening to that rapping and rocking and rapping, whatever it is. I was bumping that very recently. But also, man, I mean, just I know the stories, man. Like Angie B. Like Angie B comes out as what's her R&B name?
Yes, she's a singer, but she was the original first, according to people, she's the first female rapper.
Damn, that's a hell of a what's her R&B name? I'm always Angie B. What's her
No, it
uh
is Angie B.
Angie Stone, Angie Stone, Angie Stone.
Angie Stone. But
So
let
a
me
lot of
tell you
people,
something.
that's a dope
Angie
career though.
Stone is allegedly, because I know somebody could always sound, the first, her and Lisa Lee and Debbie Depp, she's one of the first
Yeah, no doubt.
ever. Like she's first, let's just give her first 3 to 5 female rappers that
Yep,
was hot was Angie Stone, and she was Angie B.
yep. So I'm there on hip hop, man, on the young days, and I think you know where my career evolved to, it I always respected, like you said, the different regions and whatnot. I was tapped into Jay Prince. When the Ghetto Boys was a local group just trying to break out, we was tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I was tapped in with Luke when he was super independent down in Miami. He had the club, the Pac Jam, and it had the warehouse with shipping out 2 Live Crew records. Man, I've been right there just with the movements for real.
Yeah, I want to say happy birthday to Uncle Luke. Not yet, but it's coming up real soon. Um, he's turning 60 years old.
Yeah, I know. I
And
got I got the message. You without guys like Luke, we missing a lot. Like a lot doesn't happen without a guy like that.
you know, Luke was pressing up his own records.
And that warehouse and he had a nightclub attached to it. I remember
In Fifth Street.
he had a teen club attached to that thing.
Yo, that shit crazy, right?
Like you talk to people like Michelle Pooh, she like we was little kids at the Pac Jam. They was in there jamming. They grew up on
Yo,
that Luke.
yo, let me tell you something. That boy Luke, he really was a big deal, man. And he still is. Uh, um, he paid the way for a lot of people, Luke.
I went to do Luke's Peep Show. He used to do that show, and we had some. I did Luke's Peep Show like about 3 times, but we in Miami, and we had some place. I don't know if it's a hotel, house. I can't remember, but it's a pool, and there's some dudes and some chicks. They in the pool having fun. This music playing, and this dude in the pool. He just keep flowing, just flowing like gasoline. And I'm like, that nigga could rap. And later on, it turned out to be Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy Dollars.
And I'm
Trick
like,
Daddy, my guy, man. I love Trick Daddy. Uh, yeah, Luke, he paved the way for everybody for Pitt. He paved the way for Pitbull. He put Khaled on the radio first out here on the bigger scale. Butterfuco did it first. But Cool and Dre, they came through Luke. Um, Homeboy who signed uh, Trick Daddy and Trina,
slip and slide.
Slip and Slide, they came from Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Probably JT Money got a little Luke in him somewhere, some
oh
little
yeah,
Luke
for sure.
influence.
JT Money, that's the I seen a picture the other day. It was Trick Daddy, JT Money, and Ross. And
I,
that's all I had to see in Miami's history.
yeah, we need that same picture with Luke right there with him.
Yo, that's crazy. Your song, all your songs, but the Blow the Whistle,
Yeah.
right? That shit sampled about 10,000 times. And
And
that gets me. Every time that Blow the Whistle come on, it make me dance and shit. Like,
that's Little John, man. Little John on the production, man. A lot of people don't know that, but Little John made that beat, and he put some special ingredients in that beat, for real.
yo, that boy Little John, I seen him in the verses when he played that.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. I was when I made Blow the Whistle, I was 40 years old. I had already had like 6, 7 platinum albums, had been on all them Jay-Z and Biggie and Snoop Dogg and Lil Kim and Eric Sermon and Scarface and all kind of like stuff like T.I. I did all this stuff, all kind of stuff. And then at 40 years old, I made the hottest record of my whole career. And I say that just to say hip hop is limitless. I'm telling you, man, what you can do at hip hop. Like I had a whole career. I could have stopped before Blow the Whistle and just had another life. And here you at 40, who makes their signature song at 40 after 10 gold and platinum albums? Only in hip hop, bro.
It's hard, and a good friend of mine recently told me anything is possible. And so I was arguing with a friend of mine about something, and he hit me with the anything is possible. And that motherfucker broke down the wall in the argument because I gotta be honest, anything is possible.
Hey man, one of the greatest hip hop stories in the world is the last few days of Remy Ma being locked down to the first few days of Remy Ma getting out and then coming with all the way up. Like, come on, man, to go from a cell to all the way up, that's got to be the greatest comeback in the hip hop.
Nah, it
That's got to
really
be the greatest
is.
comeback. Got
It
to be.
really is. And she got more money than me, short. For some reason, they pay the females more.
She probably went and got them makeup endorsements and just murdered the game. I see them boots and stuff she be wearing. She got paid for sure.
Yo, my
But
sister went and bought a house cash recently, like some big shit.
that's
Indoor pool.
that's the Fat Joe influence though, man. You just you grabbed on just the minute coming out, man, and put it right back in the game. That's love, bro. But I've seen so many rappers try to come back from sitting down doing time, and they ain't no get back,
They
man.
didn't even catch the flow right.
They ain't no get
Their
back.
voice don't sound the same.
I don't know, but hey, you got the formula though, bro. That's what they was asking me earlier. They said, what are you doing different now? To stay in the game. I was like, if I was Heinz making ketchup, you don't change the formula. You just keep making ketchup. Everybody else making mustard. We on that ketchup.
You know what we say? We call it the Big Mac. And somebody said, describe me who you are. And I said, I'm the Big Mac. And they said, what do you mean? I said, you never asked McDonald's how old they are. You just know that the Big Mac is good. And you go to McDonald's and you order a fucking Big Mac. You ordered it when you was
Same
4
Big Mac
years
from
old.
40
You
years
ordered
ago.
it when you was 15. You order it when you 30. Let me get
Yeah.
a Big Mac. The shit work. Don't change it.
So yeah, I got the formula, man. You got the formula. Big up to all the OGs that's surviving the game and winning, and big up to all the youngsters who get it. Like it's a bridge in hip hop that people keep trying to test us and keep trying to burn it down. But I respect my little young homies out there getting money. Like you don't gotta make every song so that I would like it, so that hip hop make the song that your fans like. Get your money, bruh. And then at the same time, this ageism in hip hop, I keep preaching against it because I got a lot of OGs around me going,
It's a
"Ah, man,
fact.
all that new stuff is whack." And I got a lot of young homies around me going, "Man, y'all OGs don't know nothing. Man, y'all get out the way." But I'm like, for one, respect the young homies for getting money. For two, you wish you could be an old school rapper like me. You wish you could rap at the age of 14, 15 and still be doing it at 54 years old. You wish that you could have this career. So I respect that. I'm just saying both sides, man. Just understand this is hip hop, this is our thing. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You can get rich doing what we do. So
You know,
respect it.
Short, what happened to me was one time, you remember they used to do those seminars like How Can I Be Down or Jack the Ripper?
Jack the Rapper, Jack the
And,
Rapper.
and one time I went to one as a fan before I even rapped. And and they had the OGs on there. They were just turning into OGs. So they're a little bit younger than me and you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but they were like, you know, like 21 Savage,
On that level.
Travis Scott, all of this is their time. Fat
Mm-hmm.
Joe's the OG now. You understand what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were the OGs, but they were the legends. I can't tell you who because I don't want to disrespect, but the biggest you could think of. And I heard somebody in the audience say, yo, such and such, what do you think about the leaders of the new school? Right? That's when leaders in the new school
But
first came out.
Busta Rhymes,
And
yeah.
I heard the Busta Rhymes in them, and I heard one of the OGs say, y'all don't know what these young niggas is doing, man. That shit whack to me. I don't know this. It hurt my heart
Mm-hmm.
because I looked at him and what I said, and I love him to this day, the person who said it. And I worship him. But I remember the first thing I said was, yo, these old niggas is mad. That's what I said sitting in the chair. I was about 17, 18. And I was like,
Yeah.
yo, these old niggas is mad, man.
Yeah,
And
get mad.
so I always told myself when I got in the game, don't never disrespect these young kids because you was like that before too.
Mm-hmm.
And and don't sound like the old hating ass nigga. Big them up. Any kid that's out here working ain't sticking your mother or your aunt up at the gas station.
And you can't underestimate that ladder of success, that ladder you climb on the way up. Nobody stays at any level at all times. You go up, down, medium. You know what I'm saying? And man, I tell you, I've been in this game long enough to see scrubs in the mailroom become top-notch executives, to see dudes peddling demos to become mega platinum stars. I seen it all, man. I dealt with cats, man. I respect. Like I'm gonna tell you, a lot. There's a lot of stories like this, but like a cat like David Banner coming up to Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta at the time. David Banner pull up. He promoting himself. He out there. You know, he a young dude. I see his hustle, and I go, I like young homies hustle, man. I do a record with him. No charge. I'm platinum, multi-platinum. I do a record with him, just a homie. I just like this swag. Later on, he becomes David Banner, and David Banner got some dope production. He always goes, short dog, man. I got you, man. You fucked with me when nobody fucked with me. I got you. Same thing
Well,
with Ti.
that's the whole Drake, uh, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
thing. Like, you know, Rick Ross is the only guy who can get Drake on any song in the universe. In fact, Drake sends him songs. Like when Rick
For the
Ross is
love.
fake retired, Drake can send him 2 new ones. Like, yo, get on it, Ross. Because Rick Ross embraced him
Mm-hmm.
when he was coming up in the game and he wasn't big yet and showed him love while he was on fire. And Drake
Yes,
never
sir.
forgot that.
So yeah, man, don't forget that part of the game, man. I see a lot of cats get to that level of success and just shit on the little people. I'm like, bro, you can't talk bad to dude bringing the water to your room. Just show him a little. You know, you don't know what this brother do behind the scenes. You don't know who he roll with. You don't know who he about to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's the shit I was saying earlier. And you never know because regimes change. So that guy in the mail room, the guy in the cubicle, don't walk past them like they ain't nobody. You never know when they the next big one to go. And they turn around and be like, yo, Fat Joe, you showed me love when I wasn't nobody. Or Fat Joe, guess what? one time when I was interning in the studio, you bought Taco Bell for everybody. Or
That's
you
right.
bought some Popeyes for everybody. They appreciate that shit right there. The
Yeah.
verses,
Oh
you,
yeah.
you,
Me.
E40 is going down in a major way, and we're gonna be, all of us is gonna be there for that.
Yeah, they told us we can only do 20 songs each, man. I'm like, that's gonna be a hard task to just narrow down to 20. But we're gonna do something, man. I watched all the verses. I seen just about all of them, and we're gonna add a little bass wag to it, some shit talking, some entertainment, like special E42 short type, and then we're gonna do a lot of education too. We're gonna tell you a story that you might not have known about this bass shit. So it's
Well, you know the Bay Area, we want to shout out Shock G, Money B, Mac Dre,
MC Hammer,
MC Hammer,
yeah.
who's a real one. Everybody from the Bay, Chewy Gomez,
I talked
Vaughn,
to Chewy today, yeah.
Chewy Vaughn, shout out my brother
Sir.
Ghazi from Empire. The whole Bay Area, man.
Yes,
What the
sir.
Bay has done for hip hop, it's been amazing. And you are correct. Sway and Tech.
My guys, man, for real. So yeah, we really want to just enlighten some folks, man. We want to entertain you and educate you at the same time. So if you tap in, expect a great show because we're gonna put it on, man.
Nah, we tapped in, my brother. We love you too, Short. Thank you so much for doing this for us. We love you, my
Anytime,
brother.
Joe.
Living legend, icon. If they invented another word higher than icon, that would be you, my brother.
I'll see you in the MIA, man. I'm coming
I,
to Miami, bro.
all right, my brother. One
All
love,
right, guys.
Short.
All right.
Yo, man, that's too short, and you don't know who the fuck I know, man.